Have you ever considered how self-pleasure evolves as we age? The truth is, masturbation can take on new dimensions in our later years, offering comfort, connection, and even healing. But what happens when this act transitions from a healthy habit to a more complex and sometimes challenging behavior? In this video, we'll explore the multifaceted reality of masturbation in older adulthood, uncovering its empowering benefits as well as the emotional complexities many individuals experience. Stick with us as we reveal how finding a healthy balance can deeply impact both your physical and emotional well-being. Before we dive deeper, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you never miss an update. We value your feedback, so if this content resonates with you, leave a comment with your location so we can better tailor our content to meet your interests and needs. Now, let's get started. Masturbation in older age is often misunderstood and rarely discussed openly. It's a sensitive subject, but one that holds significant value for individuals navigating the aging process. In this video, we'll break down common myths, confront the realities of self-pleasure as we age, and explore how this intimate act can shape our lives, providing both joy and emotional insight. Masturbation in later years isn't just about physical pleasure, it's about reconnecting with oneself on a deeper level. It's a form of self-connection that can soothe the mind, body, and spirit. Regardless of age, the ability to experience physical pleasure while alleviating emotional tension is an essential aspect of the human experience. However, as we age, this experience often becomes more nuanced, personal, and profound. With the natural shifts in the body, such as hormonal changes, altered physical sensitivity, and evolving desires, self-pleasure takes on new layers. As we age, our once youthful intensity evolves, but this doesn't mean pleasure disappears. It simply becomes more introspective and meaningful. For many individuals in their later years, masturbation serves as an intimate way to reclaim a personal connection with their changing body. As testosterone and estrogen levels decline, sexual desire may not be as intense as it once was, but it still exists, often in quieter, more deliberate ways. This act of self-exploration can be empowering, as it offers a safe space to rediscover pleasure free from the pressures and expectations often associated with intimacy in youth. What's more, regular self-pleasure has notable benefits for older adults. Research consistently shows that it helps maintain healthy blood flow to the genital area, reducing the risk of tissue atrophy, a common issue when these areas are left unused. Additionally, it can positively impact mental health by reducing stress and promoting a sense of well-being. But perhaps even more significantly, the emotional and psychological rewards of masturbation are immeasurable. Masturbation releases endorphins, the body's natural happiness hormones, that help alleviate stress, anxiety, and even depression. These hormones uplift the spirit in ways that few other activities can. In older age, this practice becomes a powerful reminder that we remain vibrant, capable of joy, and deserving of personal satisfaction. It offers a way to honor the body's needs without shame, guilt, or societal judgment. By embracing the idea that the journey of pleasure continues, though in different, yet equally fulfilling ways, older adults can continue to experience meaningful connections with their bodies. For older individuals engaging in masturbation, the impact is not just a fleeting moment of physical relief but a deeper, more lasting effect on overall well-being. Particularly in later stages of life, improving sleep quality becomes essential for maintaining both physical and mental health. The relaxation that follows self-pleasure can help ease tension and foster a peaceful night's rest. Psychologically, masturbation holds a larger role than one might first assume. It becomes a valuable tool for self-awareness and self-compassion, empowering older adults to reclaim a sense of agency over their bodies, something that may have felt lost due to the natural effects of aging. In a society where aging is often associated with vulnerability, loss of control, and sometimes even disconnection from one's own body, masturbation provides a pathway to regain some of that control. It offers an opportunity to reconnect with oneself and view the physical body as a source of comfort rather than disappointment. This renewed connection can be empowering, reinforcing self-esteem and fostering a more positive and accepting view of one's aging body. However, like any pleasurable activity, there is a line that, if crossed, can turn masturbation from a beneficial practice to one that becomes potentially harmful. When masturbation becomes excessive or compulsive, especially in older age, it can result in certain physical and emotional consequences that should not be overlooked. Physically, overstimulation of the genital nerves can lead to heightened sensitivity, which may seem desirable initially but can eventually cause discomfort or a temporary reduction in sensation. Over time, this hypersensitivity can create a cycle where increasingly intense stimulation is needed to achieve the same level of pleasure, leading to dissatisfaction and even anxiety as the simple act of self-pleasure no longer provides the same fulfillment. However, the most significant consequence of excessive masturbation in older age is not physical, it is emotional. Many older adults turn to masturbation as a means of escaping painful feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depression. When this becomes the primary means of coping, it may prevent individuals from seeking healthier outlets for their emotions, thereby potentially exacerbating their mental health challenges. As we grow older, social connections may weaken, family dynamics may shift, and many individuals are left to navigate the isolating silence of life without the constant companionship of loved ones. In these moments, masturbation can offer brief respite, a way to momentarily push aside the pain of loneliness. However, when it becomes the primary or sole source of comfort, it can deepen the emotional void, creating a vicious cycle of dependency that further isolates the individual. This emotional isolation can be particularly dangerous for older adults, as it often goes unnoticed. The more someone retreats into the solitary world of self-stimulation, the less likely they are to seek meaningful, fulfilling connections with others. While masturbation in moderation can be a healthy part of one's sexual expression, relying on it as a substitute for human interaction and emotional fulfillment can leave a person feeling more isolated and disconnected than ever. This can trap them in a bubble of self-imposed isolation, further distancing them from opportunities for emotional intimacy and companionship. In the end, as with all things, balance is key. Masturbation can be a deeply rewarding and healing practice in older age, offering physical relief, emotional connection, and a sense of empowerment. However, when it crosses the line into excess, it can become a shadow of its former self, leading to frustration, isolation, and emotional dependency. The journey to finding that balance is personal. One that requires honesty, self-awareness, and, most importantly, self-compassion. Instead of seeking companionship, affection, or emotional support from others, some individuals may turn to self-stimulation as a substitute. Over time, this reliance on masturbation can lead to emotional disconnection, deepening the sense of isolation. What do medical studies say about masturbation in old age? From a clinical perspective, masturbation itself is not inherently harmful. In fact, it can provide numerous health benefits when practiced in moderation. However, like any behavior, excessive or compulsive masturbation can have negative physical and emotional consequences. When taken to excess, masturbation can have unintended side effects that affect both the body and mind. Numerous studies have highlighted the potential consequences of compulsive masturbation in older adults, particularly when it becomes the primary form of emotional or sexual release. Physically, overuse of self-stimulation can lead to fatigue, not just sexually, but across overall energy levels, contributing to both mental and physical exhaustion. This fatigue can make it harder to maintain the energy required to engage in essential daily activities. As we know, maintaining an active lifestyle through regular physical exercise is crucial for older individuals. Exercise promotes mobility, strengthens muscles, and supports cardiovascular health. However, excessive masturbation can sap the enthusiasm or drive necessary for physical exercise, leading to a more sedentary lifestyle, which poses its own health risks, such as an increased risk of heart disease, loss of muscle tone, and reduced flexibility. If you're still watching this video and finding the content useful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're still with us. Beyond the physical ramifications, another important aspect to consider is how excessive self-stimulation can impact interpersonal relationships, especially in later stages of life. While many older adults live alone and may turn to masturbation to fulfill their sexual needs, those in relationships face additional complications. In long-term partnerships, frequent or compulsive masturbation can gradually replace shared intimacy, leading to a growing emotional and physical distance between partners. This shift can create a disconnect in the relationship, where one or both partners may feel neglected or unsatisfied, both emotionally and physically. In such situations, finding a balance is critical. Masturbation should complement intimacy with a partner, not replace it. Maintaining this balance helps prevent masturbation from becoming a barrier to the loving, intimate connection that strengthens relationships. On an emotional and psychological level, excessive masturbation can also bring about negative feelings. This is particularly true for individuals raised in environments where sexuality was considered taboo, shameful, or something to hide. Many older adults still carry these deeply ingrained beliefs, which can cause internal conflict when engaging in self-stimulation. For these individuals, the pleasure derived from masturbation may be immediately followed by feelings of guilt, shame, or remorse. This conflict, between the desire for pleasure and the belief that such acts are morally wrong, can create a heavy emotional burden, weighing down self-esteem and mental well-being. The ongoing internal struggle may exacerbate feelings of loneliness and isolation, as the individual may feel trapped in a cycle of pleasure followed by self-judgment. This mental toll can erode emotional health, leading to anxiety, depression, and a diminished sense of self-worth. It's important to recognize that these emotions are not uncommon, especially for those who grew up in more conservative or repressive cultures. However, addressing these feelings head-on and working towards self-acceptance can be liberating, offering a pathway to emotional freedom. It is important to remain mindful of the potential pitfalls of over-reliance on self-stimulation. Finding a healthy balance, particularly for those in relationships, is essential to ensuring that masturbation remains a positive aspect of one's sexual and emotional well-being, rather than becoming a source of disconnection or shame. As we age, self-awareness and self-compassion become even more critical in maintaining a fulfilling, balanced life. It's vital to understand that sexuality, even in later stages of life, remains a natural, beautiful, and deeply positive aspect of human existence. It should never be burdened by unnecessary guilt or shame. The ability to connect with one's body through sexual pleasure, even in old age, is not only normal but also a valuable form of self-expression and emotional release. However, when masturbation transforms into an emotional escape, replacing meaningful human contact, it may signal a deeper issue that warrants attention. In such cases, it's important to seek alternative forms of emotional support, whether through therapy, counseling, or reconnecting with loved ones. These forms of connection provide emotional nourishment that goes beyond the fleeting satisfaction of self-stimulation. One common concern many individuals have is whether there are any long-term physical risks associated with masturbation in old age. It's crucial to address these persistent myths that cause unnecessary anxiety. Contrary to outdated beliefs, there is no credible medical evidence to suggest that masturbation causes permanent damage to sexual organs or accelerates the aging process. Furthermore, studies consistently show that there is no link between masturbation and serious conditions, such as prostate cancer or sexual dysfunctions like erectile difficulties or impotence. These falsehoods only serve to amplify fear, especially for older adults who may already feel vulnerable about their changing bodies. That said, moderation remains the key to reaping the full benefits of masturbation without experiencing unwanted side effects. While no permanent health risks have been linked to masturbation, excessive masturbation can lead to physical exhaustion over time. The frequent release of energy, when not balanced with adequate rest or nourishment, can leave individuals feeling mentally and physically depleted. Another potential outcome of overindulgence is a long-term decrease in libido. The very act intended to fulfill sexual desire, when done compulsively, can diminish one's drive, leading to feelings of dissatisfaction or frustration over time. Masturbation in old age, when practiced with mindfulness and moderation, offers a wealth of physical and emotional benefits. Physically, it promotes healthy blood circulation and helps preserve the elasticity of genital tissues, contributing to sexual function. It can also serve as a valuable tool for emotional relief, particularly during moments of stress, anxiety, or loneliness. For many, it offers a space to reconnect with their body, reaffirming a sense of self-worth and vitality. Yet, as with all things, balance is essential. If masturbation begins to take up a disproportionate amount of time or becomes a crutch that overshadows other important aspects of life, it's time to reflect on the underlying motivations. Is it loneliness, anxiety, or a lack of emotional connection? Whatever the cause, it's crucial to address these issues directly. Seeking healthier ways to meet emotional and physical needs, through hobbies, social interactions, or physical activities like yoga or walking, can restore a more balanced approach to pleasure and overall well-being. What have you learned so far? We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you plan to put into practice? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content like this. Your support helps us continue bringing these important conversations to light.